Come with me to cover the international soccer debut of a tiny Pacific Island nation. From my place in East Dallas, it's about a 5.5-hour drive to Springdale, Arkansas. That's where the Marshall Islands organize the Outrigger Challenge Cup, since more than 15,000 Marshallese live in the northwest Arkansas area. You can read more about how and why the Marshallese moved to Arkansas in my story on The Guardian. It wasn't for the scenery, but after my lunch stop in Oklahoma, it's fair to say things improved. I checked into my hotel in Springdale Tuesday night and wanted to check out the rivalry game between the Northwest Arkansas Naturals and the Arkansas Travelers. Not big Derby vibes, but there was a poultry race. Apparently the egg never wins in chicken country. The next day I got to pop into the Marshall Islands training session and talk to manager Lloyd Owers, who's one of a handful of Englishmen spearheading the project to get this team on the field. And that night it was a warm-up match for the big event, the USVI beating Turks and Caicos Islands in a shootout. Then it was game day, which is usually pretty relaxed for reporters until the match. I went to the Crystal Bridges Museum in Bentonville and then headed to the game. Took in the match before the Marshall Islands debut, but I wanted to tell this story from start to finish. I noticed some nerves, understandably so. Some of the Marshallese players had never played an 11 versus 11 match before, since futsal is more common on the islands. But they were greeted warmly by the thousands of fans who came to see the match and who got to sing the Marshallese anthem before an international soccer match for the first time ever. Once the ball was rolling, it has to be said that the USVI looked like a team that had played together before. They were ahead early and almost scored again on this opportunity. They went on to win the game 4-0, but the Marshallese had some decent stretches of play as well. They went on to score their first and second ever goals on Saturday in a loss to Turks and Caicos. After this debut match, I was able to talk to the players, manager, and a few others, then send my article, post my videos, and already started my reverse trip by the time the Marshallese made their first ever goal. A goal that no doubt will be the first of many, whether Marshall Islands are playing more friendlies like this one or they're able to join one of global soccer's confederations. Whatever happens, I wouldn't be shocked if my journey takes me back one day to Springdale, Arkansas.